Hello everybody, this video is going to be about heat damage. Okay, so, guys, you will never believe this. Remember when I told you guys that I went to the hair salon to get a wash and set? It didn't dawn on me until I was actually sitting in the seat and she was blow drying my hair, and towards the end when my hair was completely dry and blow dried and just basically almost basically done, she was blow drying my hair and it smelled weird. My hair smelled weird. So then I was like, okay, it's probably nothing. And it smelled weird. And like when she was blow drying it, it was like smoke coming from my hair, or whatever. And I was just like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's okay, because when I'm at home and I ever blow dried my hair, it smokes too. And like, like when you flat iron your hair and the smoke comes out, I'm like, okay, it's nothing. And it kind of had like a smell of like burnt hair. So I was like, okay, it looks like it's fine. I'm watching her do it and it looks like it's fine. So I'm just like, it's probably nothing, because once again, when I'm at home and I'm doing my hair, when you flat iron your hair and you smell your hair and you're like, ooh, I'm really like frying my hair. So I'm like, okay, this has happened to me before. I'm just like, it'll be okay. So then I smell my hair and I'm like, okay, my hair smells, it smells like burnt hair, but maybe that's just me. So then I come home from the hair salon and I am in the shower washing my hair, and my hair, well, first of all, my hair had an interesting smell to me for like about a week. And I was like, it smells good, but I don't know if it's like burnt hair kind of smell or if it's just like, like that come from the hair salon kind of smell. So then I'm like, okay, I get in the shower, wash my hair, and the smell just gets more potent and more like louder. And I'm like, okay, it smells weird. So my hair is getting washed and my curls are like extremely loose, and I'm like looking at my curls like while I'm like fingering my hair, and I'm like, oh my god, I have heat damage. So then I'm like, great, I have heat damage. And I'm like, okay, when I was at the hair salon, at the point of me not being able to having my hair being matted up and having that whole bad experience, a part of me, while I was sitting before I got my hair blow dried out, a part of me was like, just go home. Just go home right now and save yourself the trouble. And I feel like I should have listened and I should have just went home instead of having my hair blown out. Maybe the whole having my hair tangling up at the hair salon and me having to comb out my own hair was a sign that I should have just went home instead of me actually staying and detangling it and following through with it, because now my curl pattern is changed. You guys know that I have really, really tight curls, and I've always had really tight curls, and now my curl pattern is just like completely loose and wavy, especially in my root area. My roots are completely like wavy. They're not even curly. So, and like a part of my hair, like back here when it's wet, it's like completely straight and then it has a little curl. But the thing that's blowing my mind, when normal people have heat damage, it's usually like curly from the root and then like straight at the ends. My heat damage is different. It's like wavy, like straight here at my roots, and then curly at my ends, which I feel like is even more like horrible, because that means that all of this hair is gonna have to grow out, which means all of this hair is gonna have to grow out, which means I would basically have to do a big chop. I went to get a blowout was because I wanted to trim my ends. I don't know how to trim my ends, and I don't know of any other way that you could trim your hair without having it straight. And that's the only reason why I went to get a blowout. You know what I mean? So I can't blame anybody but myself, because I'm the one who sat in the chair and allowed her to blow dry my hair. But I am hurt, and I do feel sad because my curls are not the same. But it's crazy. It's really crazy, because before I went to the hair salon, I was like, okay, I want to get a trim because I really want to start taking care of my hair as far as healthy hair journey. Like, I really want to start taking care of my hair. So I was like, I'm going to go get a trim, and it's going to be like a fresh start. So that was my whole thing. Getting a trim, starting off fresh, and taking measurements of where my hair is so that when I, do another, I'll be able to notice the growth. So I really wanted to start a healthy hair journey. And now that my hair is basically has heat damage, it's like, okay, now you really have to start a healthy hair journey, because you're going to have to grow out all this heat damaged hair. I've seen a couple of videos about people saying, you can try to revert the hair back. I know that when I had minor heat damage before, when I blow dried my hair myself at home and flat ironed it, it was minor, and I was able to revert my hair back by using a lot of co-washing with the Suave Humectant moisturizing conditioner. I was able to revert my hair back, and it was perfectly fine. It was just like I was washing it like every single day with the Humectant moisturizer every single day, and it was perfectly fine. But now, I must say I've washed my hair like at least a lot of times, and it's only been like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. I've washed it a lot, and it's just not changing. But I'm going to try the method that I saw this lady doing, and I guess I'll get back to you guys. So, yeah, look forward to a lot of videos about healthy hair care from me, because, yeah. Heat damage, okay, what I feel about heat damage, it's like, okay, heat damage is basically, I'm going to give you guys an analogy for heat damage to me. Catching heat damage is like someone catching an STD. Nobody wants to catch an STD, and everybody in this world thinks that they can't catch an STD. So they're out here having sex, like unprotected sex, when they shouldn't be having sex at all. And everyone thinks that they're, just invincible to catching an STD or catching HIV. No one wants to catch these things, but the reality of the situation is, if you put yourself in a situation, you are in the ratio of catching an STD. And I feel like it's the same thing with heat damage. No one thinks they're going to catch heat damage. Everyone thinks they're, invincible to catching heat damage. But if we put ourselves in the situation to catch heat damage, which is like applying heat to our hair, by any means altering our curls, by any means, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're in the ratio of catching heat damage. And I didn't even think about heat damage, to be honest with you. I wasn't even thinking about that. All I was thinking about was, I'm going to blow dry my hair, I'm going to trim my ends, and I'm going to see how long my hair is, and I'm going to start fresh. And it's the same thing with people who are having sex. I'm going to have sex, I'm going to catch this orgasm, or they're going to catch this whatever they want to catch, and I'm going to please my flesh. You shouldn't be having sex, period, okay? You know you shouldn't be having sex, but you know you put yourself in a situation, and God forbid you catch an STD. Everyone thinks they're invincible to catching an STD. Just like catching heat damage. Everyone thinks they're invincible to catching heat damage. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna put this heat protectant on my hair and it's gonna protect me. I thought I was gonna be okay. I was like, she's a hairstylist, she's a beautician, you know, she's gonna apply heat protectant. I should be good. I wasn't even thinking about heat damage. And look at me, now I have heat damage. Yep, heat damage caught me. 2 years of being natural, 2 years and 4 months, and I caught heat damage. Right in the prime of my hair growing journey, I caught heat damage. My curls have been altered, and now it's just like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be mad at anybody but yourself. So, I say all of that to say this. It's just hair. It's gonna grow back. It's gonna grow regardless. But it hurts because it's one of those situations where you're kicking yourself in the behind, because it's like, you did this to yourself, Naisha. You did this to yourself. You have curly hair. Why would you blow dry it and flat iron it? What is the purpose of having a big chop in the first place if you're going to straighten your hair? So I feel like I am just kicking myself in the behind right now. But you know what? Instead of me looking at, I know I accept it for what it is. It is heat damage. I accept it for what it is. But to help myself cope with the situation, when I see my hair wet now, instead of it like scrunching up and just bouncing back to what it used to be, now it just like kind of hangs like a slinky. It just hangs. Instead of me like, you know, being depressed about it, what helps me cope with the situation is just telling myself that, you know, my curls are just a lot looser now. You know, instead of me having to worry about shrinkage, I don't have to worry about that anymore. That's just what I tell myself to just help myself cope with the fact that I don't have my tight, beautiful, bouncy curls anymore. But you know what? Everything's gonna be okay because I'm gonna get them back. And I promise you guys, I'll totally videograph the entire process, because I know there's people out there who have heat damage and who don't know what to do. So I'm gonna definitely be recording the entire process so that I can encourage someone else that's out there. It's not over. You're gonna be okay. So that's what this video was about, guys. Love you all, and have a blessed day. Hey, I ran out of memory, but what I was trying to say was, you know how you go to the hair salon and you get that fresh wash and set and your hair smells like beauty salon? You know, like that fresh wash and set smell. What if that fresh Okay, so I have just co-washed my hair with the Suave Humectant Moisture Conditioner. This really moisturizes my hair. I never usually have any issues with the Suave. So right now, I just want to clip the hairs that just really annoy me. I see that's just hanging limp. Okay, now it doesn't want to look like anything. I'm confused. Now it wants to look normal. Okay, so while I'm on this section, I'm just going to grease my scalp with the Jamaican black castor oil. I'm going to use this. In case you don't know, Jamaican black castor oil is really good for hair growth and thickening of hair. So YouTube and everyone else says, everyone else in the world, it's really thick, and I never even, like, I brought this years ago, but I never used it because I just couldn't stand the smell. Like, to me, it smells like an ashtray. And I just couldn't stand the stench. But you know what? I'm going to have to suck it up, and I'm going to have to use it because I need it for my hair. So I've transferred it into this applicator bottle, and I'm going to be greasing my scalp with it as well as massaging it. I also ordered this oil called Grow Out oil.